Hey, this is Mo Lunsford at Union Grove Lumber Studios.
And this is the Shed Geek. We want to welcome you to today's episode.
Welcome back to another episode of the Shed Geek Podcast, Sambassador style. I'm your host, Sam Byler. And man, I am so happy and excited for my guests tonight. I've got them on the road. This is a new episode trial for me. I've got the Stover brothers, the Stover twins, the famous Josh Stover and Joe Stover. How you guys tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I didn't get done today what I wanted to get done. Bessie decided to throw a wrench in my plans again. But we still had a good day. Still working up in North Carolina, trying to get people out of the cold into sheds. So we had a Harkey team out and they got some done for us. I was planning on getting 4 done today, and for some reason Bessie decided my truck, as y'all know, is named Bessie.
Mm-hmm.
She decided that she didn't want to build any power this morning. So I don't know what's going on. We put a new map sensor in her the other day. So we put the old map sensor back in, and now she's running fine. So I don't know. You know how trucks are. Y'all been around them long enough. You know exactly how they are. That's
it's always something.
So where are you guys at?
I am.
Oh, God.
Sound like twins.
Oh yeah, a little bit. I'm down by the border. Brownsville, Los Fresnos, McAllen. Yeah, I'm headed to Edinburgh. Try to snag one more. It's raining.
I hear you.
It's cold. I mean, it's
raining
cold
and cold.
Yeah.
Wow.
44 degrees. That's cold. Yeah.
Oh, come on. 44.
Yeah, that's cold.
Well, I mean, considering where you're at, that is pretty cold for down there. You're down, let's see, you would be down about equal with Tampa, or even maybe a little bit below Tampa as far as southwise, if you're down that far.
Yeah.
Joe, where you at?
I am right down by Corpus.
What's your temperature?
41. It's
That's
been
cold for
misting
there.
off and on all day. It feels pretty cold.
Yeah, no kidding. If it's wet, 40 is cold. There's no doubt.
Yeah, it's pretty it's not comfortable, I'll tell you that.
Well, believe you me, 5 degrees with the wind blowing in Spruce Pine and Barnersville today, that wasn't comfortable either. That is not my
I
kind of
believe
weather.
it.
No.
No, thank you.
So what are you guys up to these days?
Well, repo and buildings. I got 3 guys that do new deliveries. 1 guy that picks up trailers, and that keeps us pretty much running full time.
Oh, yeah. I hear you. I didn't know you were done deliveries.
Yeah, we deliver for Stormore and Dirksen and
nice.
InstaShed. So, yeah.
In the same area, or where's that out of?
Yeah, so it's the Valley. Yeah, we run the Valley for Stormore and Dirksen, and then InstaShed would be more towards Houston. Yeah, and San Antonio.
I'm a little bit familiar with the Valley, but for those that aren't, just kind of give people a general idea of where that is in Texas.
The Valley is about as far south as you can go, right on the Mexico border. There is more Spanish-speaking people down here than English, I think. Which I like to use to my advantage when I repo buildings, because I don't understand Spanish. So when they're yelling in Spanish, you just keep on going. Yeah.
That's a good point.
But it's a very, how do I put this? Like subdivisions down here of just portable buildings and old campers, like you can pull into a place and there's 30 buildings. It's its own world down here. Yeah.
Yep. Is it so I've messed around some with doing pickups in like reservations and places like that. Mm-hmm. Is it any of that, or is it just pretty much open country county wise?
It's a lot of open country, flat. And the people down here are usually decent. Like, Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, you can have it. But every once in a while there's a crazy one, But
Oh yeah,
it's usually open, windy, usually a breeze of some type. Yeah,
yeah,
usually.
yeah.
Yeah.
Till it gets
Even when it's
44 and
100.
raining.
Yeah. But in the summer, then it's 120 down here.
That's true.
Yeah. So you take, got to be careful setting barns. Take a break when you got to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So
it's it's
you pretty
awful.
much stay down there.
Yes. So basically for repos, I'll run the Valley 1 week, Houston another week, Dallas another week. Every 3 months I go to Arizona. I just had two guys come back. One was Alabama, one was in Georgia and Florida. Yeah. So yeah, we stay. Since deliveries are a little slower, I got some of the delivery guys jumping around doing repos to keep the wheels turning.
I
And
got you.
yeah, so it's slow time, but do what you got to do to keep everybody running. Yeah.
Absolutely. Running all pickup trucks now, or are you still running some semis?
I run pickup for Gooseneck. One of the guys that runs for me, I lease him a trailer and a mule. He pulls a pickup or runs a pickup, and there's a 450, and then there's one semi. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Cool.
So my dispatcher lives up in Iowa, actually.
Huh.
Yeah. And she basically dispatched all the trucks. And I just do my own thing, go around picking up repos and enjoy
I
life.
got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So what about the other one over there? Man, you don't know. I mean, some weeks I see him in Texas, and the next week I'll see him in Ohio. Then he's over. You never know where. It's like playing Where's Waldo? Where's Joe? I
Yeah.
mean, you never know where he's at.
Yeah, they kind of just send me wherever. Um, I
They
yeah, or
you
I
have you
do.
got one of those Iowa dispatchers too that just throws darts at a board and says you're going here.
No, I just have become kind of the rent-owned company that I pick up for. I'm kind of, I don't know if I'd say I'm their guy or their go-to, but I'm
Yeah,
definitely the guy that they like to send anywhere and everywhere.
that's a true
And
story.
I don't mind it. I like it. Um, I could be down on the border 1 week, and the next week I could be in the hills of Eastern Kentucky or West Virginia or Indiana. I just did a run over to Kentucky and then went up into Indiana and Illinois. Um, well, it's a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've repoed from, let's see, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, down to Florida, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia. We kind of run all over if they'll let me.
Yeah.
Um,
And
which I
you
like it.
seem to enjoy it. I was gonna say you seem to enjoy it.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
I enjoy the different scenery all the time. I get bored if I gotta stay in one place.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That's
I
fair.
run I can run South Texas for about 2 to 3 weeks, usually at a time, and then we're kind of caught up. And then I start sniffing around and asking where else I can go. And usually they'll pick a spot
Nice.
and I'll go.
So on average, like if you say you spend South Texas, you can be there 2 or 3 weeks. But let's say you go to Eastern Kentucky or West Virginia or Ohio. How long are you out there on average to clean up one of those areas?
Usually on those, I'll try to go and work for a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Okay.
Um, which when I'm South Texas, I'm usually only working 3 or 4 days and then going home. So
Yeah.
when I run out there, if it's more than about 10 hours, I'll just stay out over the weekend. If it's 10 hours or less, I'll just go home.
I got you. That
Um,
makes yeah.
yeah, but when it's 10 hours or more, stay out there for a week and a half, 2 weeks, and just get it. I mean, it kind of depends where you're at. Some places you can really clean house on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You get into the Bible Belt and everybody's at church.
Here
They
comes
got long
Stover.
lunches. Oh yeah.
So how do you guys like? I want to know where. I don't even know this part. Like I've known Josh ever since we started the hauler page.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know exactly. I actually think we had some mutual friends
Mhm.
that we connected on Facebook before we ever started the hauler page. I knew who he was. I knew who AJ was. AJ Stutzman. You remember him, Josh?
Yeah,
Had that
I
purple
do.
international. Remember
Yep.
that?
Mm-hmm.
And Merle. There was a couple guys that I mean, from day one, we had found each other floating around on Facebook here and there. So I knew you've been in sheds a long time, and I know you got connections back up into Indiana and places like that. How
Yeah.
how did the brother look in and say, "Man, that's something I want to do"? I got a big day tomorrow. I have a fully finished 18 by 40 cabin that's going to require 2 to 3 meals to get it delivered. Way back in the sticks and down a dirt lane. With all the rain we've had lately, it's going to be a mess. Well, it needs a bigger mule.
Well, when you talk, Cardinal listens, and you asked for it. With its diesel-powered 69-horse engine and capacity to move 40,000-pound sheds, the Mule 9069 is ready to turn your big days into just another day in the good life.
Ah, that's right. You're talking about the one they had up in Michigan at the shed show. That monster mule, that thing was awesome.
That's right. It's the one you've seen at all the shed hauler barbecues.
Man, yeah, there's nothing like a little diesel donkey to make my day go so much better. Joe, how do you even find that?
You know, that was kind of random actually. Uh it was always an industry I wanted to stay away from because my brother was in it.
That's exactly
And
right.
I had no interest in it whatsoever. But I was in construction. We had a construction company in Wyoming and then moved to Texas. And it was slow. It was hard to keep good guys around. And something came up of this company looking for somebody to pick up carports, repo carports.
Mm-hmm.
And Josh hit me up. Was like, hey, you have any desire to do this? So, well, I don't know. Does it pay anything? He gave me some numbers. I said, well, I'll try it.
Hmm.
So I went out. This is November, maybe 2020. Went out in November. Took a couple carports down by myself. I had no clue really what I
Oh
was
my
doing, but
word.
took a few down and I'm looking at it and I was like, you know what? That's pretty good money.
Mhm.
Maybe I should stick with it and do some more. So I did. Stuck with carports, hired a couple guys to run with me, and we started taking down carports all over the US. I mean, we went up to Colorado a couple times. New Mexico,
Wow.
Florida. We went everywhere with it. And company I was picking up for was like, hey, we like what you're doing. Would you ever consider picking up sheds as well? I
Oh,
said,
here we go.
no,
No.
no, I don't want to do that. Well, so they dropped it. Well, then they came back again and said, hey, we really would be interested if you would be willing to start picking up sheds. I said, I don't know. I called Josh. And Josh said, it's a terrible idea. Don't do it. You're not going to make any money. Stay far, far away from it. And I said, well, that's my cue. Called him back and told him yes.
That sounds about right.
And
has he ever listened to you, Josh?
No.
No.
That's how I got started. And it's just kind of stuck, I guess.
Yeah, that's
about
crazy.
3 years now.
Yeah. No looking back.
No,
you seem wide open.
No, yeah, I got lucky. My first week, I went to the valley, and it had been sitting stagnant for quite a while. Guys not picking stuff up, stuff that they couldn't get or wouldn't get, you know the type. Yeah. And I was new and hungry, and we needed money bad. And I just took off with it. And I didn't really have any quit or any real understanding of when I could or couldn't say no. So I just did whatever. And that first week went really, really well. And I'm like, wow, there's actually some pretty good money there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we stick with it and see where it goes. And yeah. So that was that.
You seem to have figured out how to stay steady at it better than that other one over there. You know, we're always placing bets on how long he stays in and how long he stays out.
Yeah, well,
what's the current bet on how long he stays in?
I think he stays in until he's just completely tired of it, doesn't want to do it all anymore. Never.
Well, that's every 6 months he gets tired of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never taken bets on him.
Oh, you know better, don't you? I've lost a couple and I've won a couple. I've done pretty good all in all. I can't complain, but there's always a bet out about him.
Yeah.
No comment, Josh, or what?
Well, it is what it is, you know.
I'm
not going to argue. I've been here, then left, come back, you know, but
yeah,
you know, it took a lot of failure to figure out what I figured out today, you know.
Yes. There's your nugget right there.
Is literally
your vehicle on your
the greatest thing.
Yep.
Yeah. And so leasing out equipment, you know, that completely changed everything for me. You know, I'm not running 80 hours a week, coming home and spending, you know, the entire weekend working on trucks in my shop.
Oh my word. I don't know how many weekends I watch you do that.
Yeah. I'm coming home back in the rig in the park, in the driveway, and going hunting, you know, or pulling the RV out. Like, you know, it's I went from running like that to doing working 3 days a week. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I don't know. So I think that's been more the factor of me staying, because I would just burn myself out is what would happen. Yeah.
Yep.
I'd burn myself out and then go do something else. So I was like, okay, I think I can do it and come back. Right. But, you know, if you can find your limit, figure out the best way, and, you know, fail multiple times, I guess, because, you know, I learn hard apparently. And get to this point here where it, you know, it kind of it feels like I figured it out, right? Like
Yeah.
Northwest on Armstrong Road towards Farm to Market 1069 South. Then turn left on
I hear
Farm to
someone's
Market
GPS.
1060.
Sorry. This is great. I love hearing GPS on a Zoom call. That means somebody's actually driving around. They're not just sitting there waiting on it. You made it. Did you pick up yet?
It's too dark.
It's too dark.
Too dark. I can't sneak in the back.
That's not good. You can't sneak in the back. I got to tell y'all something about being on. I don't talk to Josh on the phone near as much as I used to, or as much as some other people did. But I remember just to show you how stovers operate when you're on the phone with them and you never know what they're up to or what they're doing. I was on the phone with Josh one day. You were in your semi. I don't know if you remember this or not, but we were talking along for a good little while. And all of a sudden I realized you just kind of going quiet, and I heard you messing around or doing something. And I don't remember exactly. You were in a semi, but you had got out, opened the hood, and you were doing something. And all of a sudden you just said, "Oh, that's not good." You remember that?
Kinda.
And I don't remember if a pulley had come off or a belt something, but all of a sudden you were stuck there beside the road, and I'd been talking to you for probably 5 minutes while you were out there looking at that thing, trying to figure out what the deal was. And all of a sudden it was just like, up, we're done for now. And you didn't like it. It didn't phase you or nothing. You were just like, well, this is what we got to do. So, you're probably out there hooking up to a building right now, and I don't even know it.
I'm about 5 minutes away. But that whole, I think that actually, our dad taught us that, you can't change it, right? It happens, right? Getting upset, worked up about things doesn't change anything, And so that's one of the things that's always stuck, with me is, oh, well, stuff's going to break. And when it does, it's just life. We just pivot and move on, and maybe get a Coke and a hamburger if you're broke down beside the road, and wait for the tow truck, screaming, yelling, getting mad. It gets you nowhere except just, work yourself up. Yeah. And so, even when I had all the semis, worked up
too if I got a Coke. That's trash drink.
Yeah, well, no kidding.
That's true. Like, I don't drink Coke. I dropped the pepper, but
oh no, you going downhill. You're supposed to go the other way, not down. You're supposed to grab a Snickers. Not going anywhere. Grab a Snickers. Yep. Which one of y'all had the GPS going?
That was me. Yeah. I'm over here by Corpus. I was going to go try to pick up one more. It's only 5 minutes from the lot, but
oh, nice.
It was real dark. It's raining. It's cold. And in South Texas, that means everyone's home.
Yeah.
So at 7:30 at night, you're liable to get shot at. So
you're not in the mood when it's wet.
So we'll just come back tomorrow and not get shot at, hopefully.
It's true.
Unlock the power of productivity with Cardinal Leasing. Are you looking to elevate your business operations with top-tier equipment? Look no further than Cardinal Leasing. We offer a wide range of reliable and high-quality equipment tailored to meet your unique needs. Flexible leasing options. Whether you need short-term rentals or long-term solutions, our customizable leasing plans are designed to provide maximum flexibility and affordability. Conventional financing available. Cardinal Leasing also offers great conventional finance options for those of you that prefer that over-lease purchase options. Expert support. Our team of experienced professionals is here to guide you every step of the way, ensuring a seamless leasing experience. Boost efficiency. With our top-of-the-line equipment, you can enhance productivity, reduce downtime, and achieve your business goals faster. Why choose Cardinal Leasing? Competitive rates, exceptional customer service, hassle-free process, quick and easy approvals. Don't let outdated equipment hold you back. Partner with Cardinal Leasing today and take your business to the next level. Contact us now. Visit our website at equipment.cardinalleasing.us or call us at 618-803-4086 to get started.
I had a guy pull a gun on me today.
Today?
Yeah.
That's not good.
The The first guy was a crackhead that yelled at me for an hour about how that I couldn't disconnect his electric because I wasn't certified. And I said, I'll show you certified. Yep. I said, it's a high-speed grinder and you wait for it to go pop. All right. And he's like, he had 7 dogs in it. I said, you get the dogs out, I'll take care of the rest. So he yelled at me for a while. And finally, I convinced him to get the dogs out. And then he goes inside and rips all the power out of it. And then I was like, all right, you want me to go and hook that breaker box? And he said, oh, I did it. I'm a certified electrician. I said, you just yelled at me for 10 minutes.
After all that.
Yeah. So then the next guy had those Belgian Malinois, and I made friends with him. I fed him tortillas. And then I jumped the guy's fence and went and knocked on the front door. And a little bit late, no one answered, so I turn around and walk away. And I hear, what are you doing? And I turn around, there's this guy with a gun.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I need to talk to you about that building in the back. Yeah. He's like, how did you get past my dogs? I'm like, I don't know, we're friends. He's like, they bite anyone that comes over that gate. And I was,
nope, they didn't bite me.
What to tell you? He's like, maybe because it's cold. I was like,
no, they know good people when they can smell them.
I said, I
don't know about that. I've had plenty of dogs try to bite me. And I'm a quality person.
Maybe they were just looking for high quality steaks at the moment.
Could be. I think.
So did he let you get the building?
Yeah. He's like, well, you can't have a nice look. It's coming with me one way or the other. And so I gave him an hour to clean it out. Went and picked up another building, and came back, and I helped him finish cleaning it out, and I picked it up. Yeah.
Wow.
And, so. Yeah,
that's wild.
He was gonna let stuff in it and then come to the lot and clean it out. Then he realized that he was gonna have to pay a fee to get his stuff, and I was like, "Look, that's dumb. Here, let's get to work. I'll help you." Yeah.
Nice.
So I just helped him clean it out, and we scooped that thing up and hauled it.
So how you guys do this all the time? What are your what? Everybody's got their stories out there, and everybody thinks, the repo men are all the bad guys or whatever, and they escalate situations and everything. How do you guys get it done? I mean, you guys seem to get it done. That's why you're in demand. What's your make friends with them?
Yeah.
Yep. I've got places I guarantee you, from Colorado to Southern Florida, that I could call people and have somewhere to stay. Well, there's one guy in Eastern Kentucky that I repoed from that I still use as an escort driver every time I'm over there.
That's great. You got to love that.
I got a family down here in the valley that every time I come down here, if I tell them I'm in town, they take me out to eat, and I repoed a 1640 and a 1232 from them. And, they were about to go legal, and I convinced them to not go legal and to clean them out. And I worked the 1232 that one day. I got there at 5 in the evening. We worked till 11 o'clock that night cleaning it out. And the 1440, I got there at 3 in the afternoon. We worked till midnight cleaning that thing out. The 1640, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And but yeah, I agree. Make friends and treat everyone with respect, right? Even if they are deadbeats and they clearly are, doing drugs, or whatever, right? Treat them with respect. And when they start yelling or getting that way, remain calm, but also know when to push back. You gotta, when you walk up to someone, you gotta be able to read them, and and that's it. And then act accordingly. It's not all about just coming in there and yanking a building. It's asking about the dog that's laying over there because it looks nice, or tell him he's got a cool car, and if he wants to show you his motorcycle, you take the time, even though you're busy, because
that's I agree. That's cool. You mentioned something a little while ago about your dad told you it doesn't do any good to get worked up or whatever. I want to go back.
Okay.
How far back can we go? And you guys are still comfortable. Like, where'd you grow up? Did you grow up on a farm? Did you grow up in construction? Where are you guys from?
Pennsylvania, on a farm. Yeah.
Pennsylvania, on a farm.
We had, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe, how many chickens did that chicken household? 20,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, about
Yeah, so we grew up,
give or take.
yeah, we grew up packing eggs every morning before we went to school, come home to pack eggs. Our brothers had dairy farms, the one down the road, so we stacked a lot of hay over summer and fished and hunted since we were, 10 years old. Yeah. Yeah.
And somehow ended up both into trucking.
Yeah. Hold on, hey. Yellow.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. The building. Yeah, can you move this car? Thank you.
This is great.
All right.
It's not even a repo, it's a request.
It's a
it's a request.
You pussy.
Yeah, of course this is a request. It's 1232s, actually tall walls, and it's behind a trailer. And the one driver said, "I can't get it." And
yeah.
So,
I had one of those the other day. The driver said there was a car in front of it. It was blocked in, fenced in, branch on top of it. 2 additions: electric, water, and sewer cannot obtain. And so I obtained it. And
You obtained it. I love the way y'all just calmly say, "Yep, I just obtained it."
The additions didn't fare well, but we did get the building.
The additions didn't fare well.
Yeah.
They did.
Anyway,
not.
we got off your subject. Ask away. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just like you grew up together on a farm. Which one I don't even know which one of y'all's the oldest.
Me by whatever 30 seconds
By
or whatever
5 minutes.
Yeah.
So which one of you? Okay, so yeah, I mean, I kind of grew up in the same situation as y'all did. One day, I'm like, I'm out of here, and my dad and I had argued enough and yelled at each other enough, and I had a girlfriend that lived 7 hours south, and I'm like, I'm going to move down here, and from that time on, our relationship got better. At what point do you decide you're not going to raise chickens? You're going to go do something else?
Well, I'm going to say, how old were we, Joe, when we were shipped out or whatever?
17.
17? Yeah. 17 years old, and got sent out to boys' homes and went to Missouri, and that was probably the point. Yep. It was probably then when got back from that, things changed. Yeah. So, yep. Moved out. Joe never came back. He started life in Colorado. Yeah, or Wyoming.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so
but
and you were in Missouri, weren't you?
Me? Yeah, I went back to Pennsylvania and then moved to Missouri and then Florida and then ended up in Indiana. Missouri is where I started hauling sheds. Yeah.
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Who are you hauling sheds for in Missouri?
It was Dirksen, but it was his son, John Berryman. So it's now Super Sheds, but at that point it was called Dirksen. And I started driving for a guy, and then was back. Huh?
Was that Farmville area?
No, out of Sedalia, Missouri.
Sedalia. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That was back when you could sell your routes, with your truck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I didn't know any better, and this started driving for this guy. And about 3 months in, he said, I like you. You want to buy my business? And I said, why? I don't really have any money. And he's like, doesn't matter. We'll do 70-30. 30% of every paycheck comes to me. And I want $200,000 for the rig and all my lots. And I said, Okay. Yeah, it's fine.
No.
No. Yeah. And so I spent 2 years, I think, running at
You
for
remember
him.
what year that was when you started?
No, I'd have to look. I think it's going on 8 years. Yeah. So
No.
yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I feel like I've known you longer than that. Like, did you haul for him for a couple of years before you bought it?
Nah. He got me.
No.
He sold me that business about 6 months in. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He was about 6 months in. He's like, yeah, I'm busy. I'll sell it to you. And I worked. I think it was 2 years and paid him like 150,000 or something like that.
Yep.
And the owner, Don Berryman, figured out what was happening, and he's like, "Wait, they're really not." That was about the time that they decided that you couldn't sell your route anymore. So John's like, "If you want it, it's yours. You don't owe him anything else." Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
wow. Yep.
I did. So what I did is I sold the trailer and the mule, and I used that money to finish paying him off. Yeah. And then I ordered myself all brand new equipment. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's how I got started.
That's when the white truck showed up, the white pickup.
Yeah, we had a white Ram when it was with him, and that's when the white Duramax with the black wheels and the white trailer showed up. Yep. That was my first trailer I ever ordered. Yeah.
Nice. Yep.
I was so proud of that thing.
That was a cool rig, no doubt. It was sweet.
Yeah. So, and from there, that's where things went from there. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is the Shed Geek, and I'm here to endorse one of my favorite products, VersaBend from Cold Spring Enterprises. If you are in the carport or metal building business or have been looking to expand into that field, then VersaBend Tube Bender is a must-have. At VersaBend, we thank you for your interest in our tube bender. The VersaBend is designed to bend 2-inch, 2 1/4 inch, and 2 1/2 inch square tubing, as well as the 2x3 rectangular tubing in either 12 gauge or 14 gauge. Powered by a robust 5 horsepower unit, it features 2 adjustable stops for setting your desired degree or pitch. Priced at just $19,500 FOB from Abbeville, South Carolina, you can secure your VersaBend with a down payment of only $1,500. Contact us to check availability and get placed on our order list. VersaBend is a family-owned business dedicated to providing an easy-to-operate bender made with off-the-shelf components. A unique feature of our bender is that it offers a full radius bend, unlike the double crushed bends produced by most other machines. Want to see it in action? Visit our website at www.csecarport.supply or give us a call at 864-446-3645.
Joe went to Colorado and then ended up in Texas. So if you could, like, if money, I mean, like, if you could just pick tomorrow and not have to worry about a job, money, or anything, Texas or Colorado?
Texas all day.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
It's cool, which I spent most of my time up there in Wyoming. So I was up there for 12 years, I think. And I was in Colorado about 3 out of those 12.
Okay.
But most of it was Wyoming. Colorado's kind of Wyoming's yuppie little brother. So, but yeah, Wyoming was where it's at. It's a beautiful place. It's just really, really cool.
And windy.
And very windy, yeah. And that's what eventually got me to move to Texas. That and I was rodeoing at the time, and there's just so much more in the rodeo side of things that you can do in Texas than you can anywhere else in the world. So
even Wyoming.
that was a big, oh yeah. Yeah, in Wyoming, I was driving hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours to get on practice pools.
Mm-hmm.
Once a week, if I was lucky. Texas, once I kind of got to know people, I could get on pools every day of the week within 30 minutes of the house.
No way.
So it was just a huge difference, just in so many different ways. But that was a big pull for me, was the weather. And at that time, I was pretty focused on rodeo. And so that's kind of what took me down that way.
Yeah. Still do any?
No, I hung that up about 3 years ago.
Nice. Yeah. So now you just hook up to your RV and go spend time with Josh.
Oh no, I don't have an RV.
Oh, I thought y'all both had one.
No, I rent one about once a year. And
you go hang out on the beach.
We'll go to 4th of July together, but
yep.
Yeah, the RV life, it's cool, but it's a little too slow for me.
I heard that.
You're stuck in one place. You kind of got a plan. And I really enjoy it once or twice a year. But once or twice a year isn't enough to go buy one.
All right. Oh, no, definitely not. I agree. You're better off just renting one when you need it if you do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we rent one and we enjoy it a couple times a year, but I'm very much a fly by the seat of my pants type of guy. So,
you guys ride bikes some, don't you?
I do, yeah.
That's Joe, yeah.
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 Yeah. I see you every once in a while on Facebook. Look like you like the cool stuff.
Yeah, I'd say once you get a taste of something like riding, you're always kind of, if you quit something like that you did regularly for so long, you're always looking for something to kind of replace that little thrill. And, the repo life does it for me most of the time, but go home and ride the motorcycles every now and again just to keep the adrenaline pumping. It's good for the soul.
Yep. I agree. So where do you go from here?
Whew. That's a good question.
That's a good question.
Pretty happy for the next 10 years?
Yeah, I'd say I am. I mean, I probably continue to lease trucks on,
Yeah.
As the work provides and allows, obviously. I stay more than busy with just, the 4 rent-own companies I pick up for. It's been repos, so I never really had to search for work. It's, I don't know. We talked earlier about that. You find that balance, right?
Yep.
And when you find it, you just kind of, I don't know, not all about what it used to be, how it was. Let's see how fast we can add trucks and how fast we can grow. It's more of a, hey, as it comes to you, we'll do it. Yeah.
That's good. Joe?
I just think the shed industry opens a lot of doors if you take the opportunity. Like we last year opened a lot to sell sheds for storm work. And I'd like to explore that side a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Go towards opening maybe some more lots and then kind of take that and use those locations to start maybe selling and renting some trailers and start doing like site prep, stuff like that. Kind of grow from there. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to buy a bar. Just I just see it as there's so many opportunities that the shed industry gives you if you're willing, if you think outside the box. Like a lot of guys
Yep.
get stuck in the little hole of, I can expand in this industry, and you can very easily, actually. And I've seen guys. I mean, I've seen Josh do very well with it. And I don't know. I just think there's a lot outside of the industry that doors it'll open doors up in a lot of other areas if you just keep your eyes open. So
I
I'm
would.
always
Yeah.
looking to
I would
grow in
add.
other.
No, go on.
I'm just always looking to grow in, other avenues, other ways. There's just so much out there.
Yep. Put more eggs in your basket.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know if I could be wrong, right? But another industry that offers a man to come in, one truck, work hard, and make kind of money, and have money left over to, have other adventures, right? Like,
Yeah.
I started trying to dabble in, real estate and rental properties, right? And I don't know. With one truck, you know what I mean? That like you said, the opportunities are there. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah.
One of the reasons I like this industry, you can come straight in off the street, work hard, save a little money up, pay attention to what you're doing, and you can very easily branch out and collect a couple other things along the way.
Yeah, you sure can.
Yep.
And like I had a day. We set 2 sheds when I started. Like I knew nothing. Kind of like Joe. Joe went out there, and that first week he called me, maybe once a day, but hey, what about this? And that was his training. He didn't other than that. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Oh yeah. It took me 5 hours to set my first shed, and it wasn't even that big. It was a 12 by 24 metal building. It got high centered, and I couldn't get it over the center, and I tore up 2 inches.
Oh, wow.
Just because I couldn't figure out how to get it off a high center over this little hill I was trying to go over. Of course, I didn't have a mule or nothing. They didn't even have those. Well, they might have had the easel, but nobody even knew what a mule was. I mean, you use pipes and block and tackle and cables and pushed and shoved. And I got a 12 by 24 high centered, and dude, I was so done. I'm like, I'm never doing this again. But you keep right on going because that's what you do.
Yeah.
So, what do you want? Did you get your shed?
Yeah, I'm in the street with it right now.
That is like not a single hint was given whatsoever that you even had it or did anything with it. Did you mule it out or trailer it out?
No, I muled it. It was tucked in behind a house real tight. Yeah. Had to do a bunch of maneuvering to get it out.
Literally hooked a mule to it and pulled it out while we've been on this call.
Yeah.
That is mind blowing. That is just epic. Ever think about getting a TV crew to follow you around?
I have.
There's another egg in your basket.
I had a guy offer. He was fairly well connected. He was from LA. Met him in Panama City on one of my repo runs down there.
Uh-huh.
And he said the day I was ready to do it, to give him a call. And he had connections and he would do it. But the only problem is with repoing, you're treading a very, very thin line on a lot of stuff that we do.
Oh, I agree. Yep.
I mean, with the areas I run, I probably cut 2 to 3 locks off a day.
Yep.
And I probably take down at least 3 fences a week. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I moved the car, took down the fence, cut the electric, water, all that stuff, and then came back. I broke their water line. I had to come back, dig their water line up, fix that, and then they said, "Oh, well, we need the name of the rent-own company because our electricity's not working now either." I said, "Oh, that's weird." In their house. I said, "Well,
Oh, wow.
it's on a completely different circuit, so
Yeah.
that didn't make any sense." So, well, it's not working, so we need their number, we need their info. And so I went over and jiggled their breaker box. It was all way out of code. Jiggled the breaker box on their house, and the lights came back on. And I said, "Oh, look at that! You guys should get new breaker box." And then the guy was like, "Well, yeah, our breaker box was condemned. We just kind of hoping no one ever notices." Then his wife comes running out. She said, "You're an electrician too?" She's like, "You took the fence down and put it back up. You fixed the water line. You fixed the electricity. Is there anything you can't do?" And I said, "There's plenty I can't do." She wanted to hire me to replace their breaker box. She asked me if I did painting. And yeah, like I said, there's a lot of instances where you could get into a lot of other work.
That's
if you
awesome.
wanted to.
Yep. And then some days I'm like, I just got to stay in my lane.
Yeah.
Got to do what I'm good at.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oof. I need these vehicles to stop coming. It's raining. It's windy. There's vehicles running up and down the street.
Introducing the Challenger, the revolutionary new shed mover that's taking the industry by storm. The Challenger features a touchless design, ensuring it only makes contact at the end of the skids and the bottom of the floor joists, so rest easy knowing your gable walls will remain pristine. Worried about reliability? Fear not, the Challenger is always up for the challenge and will not overturn or scuff your shed. Harness the power of innovative wireless technology. Remotely control the Challenger via your smartphone. No cell service needed. And guess what? The cell phone remote comes standard with every Challenger at no extra cost. Featuring floating forks, a 4-directional tilting mast, and sliding weight transfer, move the shed weight precisely where you need it to get ultimate traction. With self-loading capability, straight onto your truck, say goodbye to the need for a hydraulic carriage. The Challenger makes your job easy and more efficient. Choose from 2 machine sizes, 10,000 pounds and 15,000 pounds. Perfect for any job. Visit www.shedchallenger.com or email us at info@shedchallenger.com or call or text 828-220-3508 for more information. Experience the future of shed moving with the Challenger.
Man, you have got one serious good. What are you running? Like a Parrot or Bluetooth or what? I mean, a Tiger or what?
Blue Parrot. Yeah.
Blue Parrot? Yep.
Yeah.
Because I can hear absolutely nothing. It sounds like you've been on the phone the whole time, just chilling in your chair.
Yeah, the Blue Parrot, I think is the 550s, the ones that are more expensive ones. They last the longest for me, and yeah, the noise canceling is unprecedented, really. Yeah,
I need to talk to them about sponsoring the podcast because man, that is amazing.
Yeah,
it's like I haven't heard a single thing whatsoever.
Yeah, and I just had my head right by my motor on my mule because I was trying to look under my trailer. So yeah, it's really impressive.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing. There is a lot of shed haulers out there that said everything that has ever been able to been done has been done. I don't know a single one that's been able to do a podcast while they pick up a building. Not at all. Which I know you're famous for spending a lot of time on the phone talking, so it's probably all secondhand to you. But somewhere along the line, I would have either dropped the call, dropped the building, or lost my mule. I promise you, there's no way I'd have done it all.
Yeah. The other day I was picking one up, and I was on the phone with my dispatcher, and going over some stuff for the week for the guys, and she said something about that time a lady came out of the house just yelling and screaming, and I thought, Jamie, I gotta go. Yeah.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be. Well, now that'd be the time I'd be like, hey, you just hang on the line here for a minute. I might need you here in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. It's all right. I like it.
So when we going home?
Tonight. After I dropped this last build, and I got 3.5 hours to the house. So, yeah.
You're coming up on 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Unless there's a possibility I stay and grab one more in the morning. But
okay,
we'll see. What I feel like. I'm out of socks and my feet are wet, and I should go home. But
that's a good call. Man, gotta have dry socks.
Move.
Yeah,
that's a rookie move.
I don't know how I forgot to pack them. I forgot to pack socks. Yeah,
gotta have about 10 pairs of socks and 3 pairs of hay dudes.
Yeah, I got that. 3 pairs of hay.
Keep rocking.
Oh, hey, I was gonna say earlier, I carry 3/4 inch, 1 inch, and like 3/8 or whatever ball valves, and a little can of PVC glue in my truck at all times.
No way.
Yeah, because I've hit water lines and had to stop and run to the store, to fix them. So I just keep all that stuff in my toolbox. It saved me a lot of time. Yeah.
Fixing water lines.
Yeah. Or
that's
when people
water lines. Water lines are the most common thing that you'll break.
Because they're exposed in South Texas, because they don't get cold enough to bury them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just throwing it out there, Joe. It saved me the other day when I busted one. Yeah.
But we're out of socks.
I usually just turn their water off and leave, but
yeah,
when they're home and they catch you, you can. That's not advised.
Yeah.
You got to fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is great.
But then you get to look like the hero, because if you leave and circle back, they don't think you're actually going to come back. So you come back, and now you took their building, but you came back and fixed their water, and now all of a sudden you're the greatest guy they've ever seen.
That's awesome. Yep. Might just go a little bit further next time around.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is great. Guys, I'm going to jump off of here. I have thoroughly enjoyed talking to you guys. Absolutely love you dudes. Couldn't be prouder to know anybody in the shed industry than you two. Always know that if I need something, you guys have got my back. Absolutely loved having you on. Anything you want to throw out there for the whole shed industry that's like, hey, this is my little soapbox I want to stand on for a minute and get out to the world?
Man, honestly, a lot of these guys, you don't have to be Mr. Big Shot, blowhard guy to repo.
Yeah, you don't.
You can treat these people with respect, you'll get a whole lot further. It's just, that's one thing that I absolutely cannot stand. These guys that do repos and brag about, how they talk to this person and that person, punch this dude or almost punch that guy and all this stuff. I don't like it. It's not necessary. I've been doing it for 3 years and haven't hit somebody yet. I'm not saying there aren't instances where you shouldn't. I did push a little old lady one time, and it was warranted.
Oh wow!
She pushed me first. However, and then there was that one time the man broke my phone, and we had to call Josh and get him to come help me. That's a story all on its own.
Nice.
And I wish that people would realize that, because it gives all of us a bad name.
Oh yeah. Yep, it does. Agreed. Josh?
Yeah. I say, yeah. If it comes to repos, yeah. Treat them as if the way you want to be treated, and respect the little man on the corner the same as you respect the guy, $3 million. It gets you further. And know your limits as a operator, right? It's okay to say no,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I say that as I'm picking up 12:32 at 8 o'clock at night, but
while you're doing a podcast.
Yeah, it's okay to say no and to find that spot. And the feeling of that often comes that, I'm going to lose work if I say no. Probably not. And if you do, it's okay.
I didn't need it. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Agreed.
You know what? It is okay to say no, because then they'll call me, and I love that for me.
I was waiting on somebody to say it.
I didn't mean about the repos. I meant in general, deliveries, whatnot,
Yeah.
So, because, we all know it's easy to just say yes because you're worried that the next guy's going to take some work from you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
That's a good point. Yep.
But
other
than that, we appreciate it, Sam.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all so much. Enjoyed having you on. Guys, thank you for listening to another episode of the Shed Geek Podcast, Sam Ambassador Friday Fun Days. And we had fun today. Josh Stover, Joe Stover, twin brothers. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you having you on. Till next time, y'all have a great evening.
Thank you, sir. You too.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Mo Lunsford in sunny Union Grove, North Carolina, and we want to say thank you to all the guests and listeners.